Go.
This man said thicker than Michael Wayne.
That's very thick.
That's very thick.
I'll make sure.
Like, you know how large it's gotta be to be thicker than Michael.
Alright, but
Very.
we're about to start the
I'm just saying,
Oh, so you'll cut this out.
This is the right topic.
I'm just saying hypothetically, if you wanted something to be
Alright,
large,
we can
and you
start
say
with
you
you.
want it to be larger than Michael David, it's gotta be huge. Like, it leaves the bounds of being large.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
So, we good?
Yeah, you can start, bro.
Alright.
Alright.
Welcome, everyone who's watching, to the HodgePodge Podcast. Man, that is a mouthful.
Great.
Today, I will be your host. I go by Double or just Colin. And I am here today with my lovely friends. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Layden.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's it. I'm Layden.
I'm your boy Karen. You already know. Y'all out here watching me. I'll see the deal.
My name's Joseph.
What's up? My name is Tai Chi.
It's going to be a different name every time.
That's hilarious. We got one more person who refuses to introduce.
I'm Grant.
We have one more.
We also have a live studio audience today.
We do. We are live and in person today, except for one person. Sorry, Brady. We love you.
That's me.
It's talking about me.
Man, introduce yourself.
You just did.
I'm Brady.
Man, I'm trying. Okay, I try to be a good host, but you bozos. Like, how did you guys do this so much seamlessly last time? You know, you kind of had a bit more, and then that's
was
like,
called out by name when you introduced.
Yeah, you kind of, you were just like, hey, Joe, introduce yourself. Well, my name
I was
Joe.
like,
Hey man, just let it happen, man.
but all right, fine.
So, I have a fun drinking game proposition. Every time Michael says the N-word, take a swig.
Okay,
shot.
all right. We're not starting.
We can't start it with this.
What, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
We're gonna die.
He's not wrong.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna be better this time, guys. I promise. Like, I think I can.
I will keep it tally.
I will make it through the whole stream without saying it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
keep
I'm saying
time
right
on.
Notes. Let me get it open.
Oh boy.
Oh my
So,
gosh. But how's everybody doing it? You know?
I'm doing great actually.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Did great. Went to class, learned nothing.
Yeah, that's the American education system right there. It
That's-
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're paying for it or not. You're not learning anything.
But we did almost DDoS Kyle.
We did.
In the last.
Dave, post your address.
Yeah, Tai Chi.
Your
We're gonna
name,
call
your
it
card
Tai
number.
Chi.
Sorry, Tai Chi.
It's already too late. We already said his name so many times in that like
it's
VOD.
okay. I don't. Tai Chi doesn't know who Kyle is.
Who's Tai Chi?
Wait, isn't that like a T? I can't remember.
What? You mean the
You mean-
martial arts?
Yeah, Tai
No, you
Chi.
mean
Oh, that's
you mean
right.
Chai?
Does
it matter if we use like our actual name?
No,
No, it
like
doesn't
I've
matter.
given up on trying to use
It doesn't
internet.
matter anymore.
Just don't say last names or any
Whatever.
information.
Well,
It
yeah,
sounds
just
like
saying-
there's like 12 people here, but there's only like, a 6.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, just like you can say your name, just don't drop your home address, social security number, last three on the credit card and stuff.
I mean, we could
Yeah,
do a
don't,
bet
don't worry.
where-
I'll drop my security.
I mean,
Who gets
I'll put my-
DDoS first?
Yeah, you can do those first.
who gets found?
How about we DDoSing someone first?
Who gets set their IP address first?
They're gonna come after us.
Name
We
is the
should
most
have a
unique.
pool.
That's
We
who's
should
gonna
all
get
put
DDoS
$10
first.
in, and the first person to get DDoS gets the money.
I'm so down
To help
for
them
that.
with the DDoS.
I low-key don't have the money to do that.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't either.
That's why I want to get DDoS.
Bro, boys, sit down. Bro, boys, sit down.
I'm already did it.
Don't speak to me unless I say tax word.
But yeah, this is so beyond scuffed with this live setup.
It's really not. I am below
That's pretty
the
good.
I like it,
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of
well, we're all below the poverty
I
line.
thought it was
Yeah.
all thanks, guys.
I'd say the lighting's a little
Yeah, I like
missing,
it
but
too.
that-
No, bro, line's fine.
That's a little shady.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying it's menacing, but it doesn't matter since we don't have a visual.
Oh, no, it was better right there.
Yeah.
It's what
I
it
was
I
still
could have brought a webcam
I was
and
still
turn it, have it on a
not-
automatically
That,
rotate.
that would be so weird.
having like set up the feed.
It's my turn to talk, given it's on me for this 3
You
seconds.
said you had a topic list, right? Would you like to start?
Oh, did you?
Right?
I was like, wait, did you not tell anyone about the
Well,
topic?
they're not supposed to know. The host is the host.
Oh, I didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
he's
know we were
kept
doing
it
like
a secret.
different. Oh, I didn't know we were doing like different hosts every week.
All right, so to start, it's the first topic is your first oh shit moment, which I don't know what that really means.
I
When I
Just
got
that
diagnosed
one.
with cancer.
Is it- oh,
Bro, we gotta chill with that one, bro.
Bro, I didn't even.
You hear him?
No, I didn't hear him.
That was Brady.
Brady.
What did Brady say? Brady, what did you say?
What did you say, Brady? Please.
When I got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh! For the second time.
That's that
No,
doesn't even need
I
an
was.
explanation.
I don't remember that. So
Yeah,
no, that
it's
wasn't
like-
my first oh shit moment.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
was a
my
long
bad,
time
Brady. I was
ago.
talking like the whole time.
I have one.
The same story.
Dang it, hearing the bag. I have one bag rustling.
so whenever I was at like first grade, I had like this really big Bakugan, right? Like y'all remember the Bakugans, like the tiny little,
Yeah.
I
tiny
love
little balls
Bakugan,
like with the
bro. I
flat
remember
magnets.
those.
Yeah.
But they made really big ones. They cost like $20, right? It was huge. It was like the size of my head at that time. And this dude scammed me out of it for like 3 Chuck E. Cheese coins, some crayons, and an army man.
So what it sounds like is you decided to cosplay as a Marine that day.
Yeah, with my Chuck E. Cheese coins.
And crayons.
Yeah, but my Bakugan was gone.
My
And
Bakugan.
and then I told my mom about it, and she was like, "Get it back," and I'm like, "Okay," and then he would not give it back. And so that would be my first moment.
Okay. My oh shit moment was probably when I incidentally dislocated my shoulder.
What?
Doing something really dumb,
Okay.
which also goes into another topic on this fight. So I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to leave that lore just kind of marinating.
Just okay. I guess mine had to be, oh no, that's kind of tough.
I've got too many of them. Like,
I'm trying to probably realizing that I was not gonna be pulling. I'm not gonna lie.
bro, wait, wait, your girl is in the live studio audience here.
Like, I can't believe it went from, oh, I got scammed out of a Bakugan, or, oh, I dislocated my shoulder, and then it's like, oh, it's when I realized I'll die alone.
Whoa.
But like, hey, listen, don't even worry about it though, because it's like I was younger whenever I thought that. I mean, because now I'm super sexy,
Mhm.
so now whatever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm still in that
Yeah, of course,
phase
of course.
I'm still in that thought
Y'all
process.
gotta chill with that.
Hey, it wasn't all of us. It was only like 2 of us.
Look, not everyone's perfect, MD. Okay.
What are you getting at?
It's okay, Michael.
It's okay. You don't.
Grant, is your white privilege
Sounds good.
leaking out?
Whoa.
It is actually. I've been watching the Boondocks recently. Like, it's infused in my being.
Oh, man. Okay, if I was gonna answer next, it was probably when I ran into the corner of a door. And what happened was, we were moving from where we previously lived to where we do now.
You're gonna have
But
to.
for a bit, we had to unpack all our stuff and have it get transferred over to that state. So we were in an apartment for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 6 months or
A
something.
little while.
And I remember, it was a very small apartment. Like, I remember there's like a kit, like you walk in, there's the living room and the kitchen right next to it. And then there's just one small hallway that could fit maybe 2 people who were shoulder to shoulder. And then there were the 2 bedrooms by it. And then me and my brother, we were eating dinner right outside of it. And then I was like, oh, you know what would be a great idea? Because I had finished eating. I tagged him. I don't even know why I tagged him, but I tagged him. And then I sprinted. I ran straight for our room. But what I didn't know was that there was a door in that hallway that opened up that had a bunch of cleaning supplies in it that my mom had left open. So I when I was running, I had turned around to see if my brother was chasing me.
Oh.
And then I didn't see him, so I turned back. And I turned back like right as I was like face to face with that door and smashed right into the corner of it. And then like it hurt a bit. I don't really remember well, you don't remember pain usually, but I remember getting up. I had my hand in my head and I was like, oh man. And I remember my brother and my mom were both like, oh come on, like it's not that bad. And I took my hand off and there was just blood like there was so much blood because it was just a head. Like it wasn't a bad wound. It was just like a deep head wound.
Yeah.
So there's just I just bled so much.
So you just gave yourself blunt force trauma, and 2, you're still it.
Well, like I was bleeding so much, I was freaking out.
Yeah, it was an oh shit moment for me too, because I was like,
You were witnessing that.
yeah, like I like watched it happen.
My brother's dying.
When he tagged me, I was like, like my little kid instincts were like, no, so I only got up, we're sprinting as fast as we can, and there really wasn't that much distance to cover, so we just kind of took off, and he took his hand off, and there was blood everywhere. We had to go
So
literally immediately to the emergency room.
So like,
Dishes that.
so did you? So well, actually, I just realized I can.
So who won?
Yeah. No. Low.
Well, I don't think he ever tagged me back.
Oh, so wait, is Layton still in? No.
Yeah, I think he was still in. I don't think he tagged me.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it, and then I saw the blood, and I was like, maybe I should wait.
Respectable.
Did you ever tag him? Back?
I don't think I did. I think
Well,
I
you have a perfect opportunity, right?
Yeah, that's right there.
I don't know. I think that's.
A sign of respect.
Yeah, it's
Out of respect.
a long since buried.
So every time you guys play tag, Layton just looks at Colin. He's
I
like,
think I
"Oh,
hope they're still not playing tag.
This game.
What do you have against tag?
Yeah, I think it might have been.
oh wow,
We just said maybe we shouldn't play this.
Yeah.
wow."
Well, we can definitely set up a game of
I
tag.
mean, isn't that's the like plot of like a comedy movie? I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
called
it's-
Tag.
it's a
Where they
cool-
literally
yeah,
like
cool
do it
movie.
at like a guy's wedding. Like it's like tag. Like it's. I actually should watch that movie. That sounds pretty
It's
fun.
really funny.
You know what
I
I want to do is show up to MD's wedding one day.
I'm just tag him.
And
while he's
yeah,
on.
it's just like I want to mess with his wedding.
And then like while
You don't even better say like the cheese touch.
He's gonna be like, he's gonna be like so happy that it's his like perfect day, right? And then I'm gonna object to the wedding, and he can't legally get married for another 24 hours.
you're gonna legally object, and then you just see like you just see like 8 of us, just the crew of the podcast. You just see us all stand, and then he's just like, "Oh no!"
All right, no. Now,
What did you have to say with like the no cheese touch thing? Like to not get tagged immediately back? There was
they're
like.
tag bags.
No tag back.
Well, that was for tagging, but with cheese touch, it was different.
Hey,
wasn't
you
it?
just cross your fingers immediately after.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're like cheese touch, and then you.
yeah, that was ridiculous.
My fingers are perpetually crossed at this point.
My toes are crossed.
No,
My
like,
toes.
My eyes are crossed. I don't like.
my arms are crossed. It cancels everything out.
Yeah.
No, but well, I guess I'll jump into the lore because I just realized I had another story for the later topic.
Don't use that bathroom.
Don't use that one.
And momentum gone. Woo! First one of the boys.
This is the problems of having a live studio audience here.
So yeah, this is why you like the actors should legally be able to fight the live studio audience.
Live studio audience, we
And be like,
hate
you,
so much.
specifically you, get up here.
This actor is about to get a water. So how many of the other actors would like?
Yes, I would like.
I will
Because
take
being a superb actor,
How many do actually bring?
and the actor with the K.
It's just for the crash.
So anyway.
Oh, did it actually?
I've been playing with
Let's
this
go.
I would say mine.
So do we have to read everything we just said?
No,
Brady
the
doesn't
stream's
hear it.
still up.
Yeah.
I think.
Where's he going?
What?
Brady, the Discord
You
crash.
go. He's
Their Discord
you're
crash.
next. You go,
What?
brother of mine.
Don't worry about it.
Discord crash.
So would Brady not technically be
Oh.
I think mine.
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, go ahead.
When I was younger, I like baseball. Right?
Oh, yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like, I'm gonna play some baseball. So I wanted to be a pitcher. So like in our yard, we live in like a little subdivision.
Yeah.
Did you break a window?
No, I didn't. But our houses were right next to each other.
Did you like
and-
bean someone?
Huh?
Did you bean someone in the forehead or
No,
something?
no. So I was pitching, right? But I needed somewhere to like kind of dictate where the catcher would be because I didn't.
Oh, so you use someone's house as a
Yeah.
I did that.
My neighbors, typically when they were at the house, their cars were in their driveway, and there was no one there. So I just assumed, no one was home. So I'm doing it one day, someone was home, of course. This lady walks in and starts cussing at me, talking about, I just went back in my house.
No,
And I didn't say anything to my parents. I was just like, oh man.
No, I did that for a little bit too.
Luckily they moved away. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I was in like when I was in Virginia, there was this there's this house that next door to where I was at. It was for sale, but no one was there.
Yeah.
Like literally no one. The only people that came in was like a realtor and then like the occasional person looking at the house.
Yeah.
And so they had like a brick base. So I would throw at that, but every once in a while I would like have the yips a little bit and throw it a little bit too high and start breaking like their sidings. So after about like 2 weeks, worth of this, the realtor would just come over and just be like, "Oh, there's just magically holes here now."
I thought he was going to talk about how the many times that I have managed to injure Layden through the stupidest ways.
That's what the later topic
Like,
for.
there's been so many times where I've done it, it was just dumb. He was bad.
Well, I guess I'll reiterate on the lore of myself. So I dislocated my shoulder doing something really dumb. Me and one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, you guys all know him. He had like a really big beanbag chair. Like,
Mark.
no, it wasn't Mark.
Dang.
No, but
I didn't know he had.
Oh, my bad. But it's like one of those ones where you could sleep on it. It's like that big. And so me and one of my buddies, we were sitting there like diving onto this thing to see how far we could go, like how far like, in the air we could go, how far from the thing, the beanbag chair we could be without like actually hitting, like face planting into the floor. So eventually I got to the point where I was floating. Like I don't know how, but he's saying like I was like basically diving over myself. For context, I'm 5'9". He's saying I'm like 6 feet in the air, which I didn't know I could do.
I mean, you're
always 6 feet in the air if you just like hop a little
That's
bit.
fair.
Well, not always. I go back down.
If you're perpetually up.
What about you?
Well, if you're just on heels.
You just need to defy gravity for a little bit.
Yeah.
Make like a plea deal with it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Like just a little bit.
please.
So I'm sitting there at this point. I'm like 6 feet in the air. I don't know exactly how far I'm like in the air for, but I'm gonna guess like a solid like maybe like 15 feet, 20 feet or whatever. I'm just in the air. And then so eventually he goes like, "Hey, let me get a view from the beanbag chair." So he squats down. I jump. He's like, "Wow, really cool. You should see it." So he does the same thing. Like I'm right next to the beanbag chair, and then it's his turn again to be next to the beanbag chair. I sit there, I give it my all. I'm like again 6 feet in the air, probably going like floating for a solid like 20 feet, and then this guy just grabs the beanbag chair and flicks it to the side. So I'm sitting there looking at the ground, and I'm just like record scratch, 80s music playing in the background, and then they're just like, "Yep, that's me." You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation, and then bam, hit the floor. And then
You got bamboozled, huh?
I got bamboozled. Like that man was the definition of bamboozled.
You won.
Could have said texted me.
But you know, it's
It'd be like, hey,
it's the charm of being live, bro.
Yeah,
It's the
charm.
The charm.
Bro, we can wipe out your slides.
Joe, did you say yours?
Oh no, I haven't yet.
Bro, we're still in the oh shit.
Oh,
mode.
you're good.
Yeah, we're still in the
Yeah.
oh shit moment.
Yeah, Kaio's been elaborating for a while.
Kyle had a very long moment.
Layden also, Layden had a long moment, and then Colin had a long moment too.
Oh, that's fine. But
yeah.
so my oh shit moment was when I accidentally put in the emergency code in the alarm when I was like 6, and there was police outside my house. My mom was loading up the car and trying to put us in it, and there was just many police officers with their guns raised as soon as the garage door opened. That was my oh shit moment. It's fun.
Wow. And Michael's over here is
How
probably
did you accidentally do it?
Yeah.
I memorized the sound of setting it up.
Dude,
What?
you are a menace.
You are a massive band kid. You type in a code using a sound.
You just exposed him to whoever sees this fight. You really said that. You put that out on the internet. That he is in fact a band kid.
Well, I just called him a
I'm just a
massive
kid in band.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We didn't say which one.
Yeah.
In fact, he's in fact the lead trumpet.
Oh no, bro, chill out.
Hey, wait. If whoever like figures out what part of the band that is, then we know that that person's a band kid too.
True.
Because only they would know.
It would be looking for.
They would actually correct me and say that it's not lead trumpet, it's actually first chair.
Yeah. It's like the How to Kill a Geologist
It's
or
eighth
whatever.
clarinet.
I think it's a copy pasta, isn't it? Like How to Kill a Geologist.
Yeah.
It's like I stand there with like my obsidian knife, and then they walk closer. They walk closer,
Oh
go
wow,
like,
where'd you get this rock? It looks really good. And then I stab it.
and they'll be like, "Oh, obsidian's actually very brittle, not a good use for a knife." And then I smack him with my baseball bat that I'm hiding behind my back.
Can you baboons get out of my chat? Please.
Bro, you can kick him.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Izzy, let's flirt. Oh my gosh. I want y'all getting married in my
Second time? And
What's the next?
I've actually
topic
been
on
working on
this?
an evil laugh.
what's
Alright, go for it. Give it to us.
I only can do like the first part.
Come on, give it
Okay,
to
go
us.
for it.
Alright, hold on. I gotta like, I have to like imagine certain parts of like, that I gotta flex. Okay. That's it. No, you don't get it now. I was hyping myself up, but no.
No,
You ruined it.
No, I'm serious.
No, because you were trying to be
What
Mr.
happened?
Funny Man over here. You'd be like, "Hey guys, I got such a good joke." Like, yeah, I'm just gonna like sneeze or whatever.
No, for real.
No. Okay. Alright. Gotta like, you have to flex certain parts of your body. Okay. There we go. I can't like
That's
go. I
pretty good.
can't
That's
do like the higher pitch stuff.
If you can like keep it
6 out of 10.
I'll take it.
Joker laugh.
Is a 6 out of 10 good? That's a D.
That's above average.
You didn't fail.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends how
6
you
out of
look at
10.
it. Some
Yeah,
people
okay.
look at 5 out of 10 as average.
If you're
Some people
going
say
on
it
the
as
10
like.
points, if you're going on like the 10,
5 out of 10. It was
But, like,
flat line. Not good, not bad.
yeah, like, but if you're going on the typical out of 10,
That's above
Okay.
average.
I'm just saying, because Brady sounded like he was 8. He said 6 out of 10.
What's our name?
What? That is not.
Has everyone done?
Like we have.
pretty
Okay.
close.
Yeah. So the second topic.
You want me to
is-
give me the serious answer?
Oh wait, you haven't.
Yeah, what's the
that was the
serious
serious answer.
No, that wasn't the serious answer. I don't remember being diagnosed.
Being diagnosed wasn't serious.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
This would be like
No, that was a cancer joke that only I could make as someone who had cancer.
Yeah, I was just saying, like Brady's like really wholesome. So, like I figured I had cancer was probably oh shit moment, but there's something else.
I mean, you know what? Let's just go with that.
Let's just go. I had cancer. Okay.
Moving
Say,
on.
fair enough.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Second
Show off,
topic.
man.
The second topic is Batman a superhero?
Oh, let's just talk about Batman in general.
No, Batman is not a superhero.
I mean, yeah, by definition, he's not a super.
Exactly.
He's not. Or he
That's
is.
the whole point.
What do you
Like he
actually
doesn't have superpowers, so he's not a super.
Is that the definition of a superhero?
Yeah.
So are we trying
Yeah.
to call?
So are we saying is he a hero?
Are we
or
just
not?
trying to say he's a hero, not a super?
He's a hero.
Okay, me personally.
He's
Not a superhero.
Me personally, I
True. He-
put him as
I think it depends on what version of it.
Batman is a rich, not even a philanthropist.
He
He's
is-
just a rich boy
No,
who doesn't want to go to therapy, so
he's
he
a-
beats
he's a
up criminals
vigilante.
and doesn't even get them in jail.
He's just a rich
He is a
vigilante.
philanthropist in
Yeah.
some versions.
He's still a rich boy that doesn't want to go to therapy.
Bro,
So
Batman
instead,
gets
he
mad
spends
puss.
every
Don't even.
night-
Bro,
Yeah.
He spends every night fighting mentally insane people. Batman is technically an abuser.
I mean, he's also insane himself.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, he's definitely not.
That's the whole. Yeah.
I still think he's a hero. Like I still think he
He's an
does
anti-hero.
he does help people. Like he still
Yeah.
saves people.
I
Like,
think
he still
especially
prioritizes
version.
saving like people.
You
Like
think you're funny, don't you? No.
Except
look
the
at
part
you.
where he blows up a whole city to
Look at
kill
you.
Superman.
What did I say?
that depends. Which one are you talking about? Like the live action?
Spider-Man,
I'm talking
right?
about Batman versus Superman.
Oh yeah, the
I
live
think
action
it's-
DC movies. That is a very different portrayal of Batman.
He's like, Joker!
Garbage,
And then he
one
pulls
could
out
say.
like his guns and he puts up a town square.
Yeah,
He's
see,
like,
like that is.
Joker! Don't get away from me!
Yeah, like that is a version of Batman. Like that was what I was talking about last time, where it's like I do not like the way they portray Batman, because like he becomes a much less interesting character when you get rid of the.
Yeah, Batman's perfect.
That's not what I said. Oh, I didn't. I was asking how was the
Oh,
perfectly.
like
You know,
He
he
kind
jumping
of-
random people, random.
yeah, putting on a bat like yeah, people say, oh, this guy puts on a bat costume, but like there is like they have somewhat of a point. He's not mentally right. You
No,
know?
He's a hero though.
No,
I mean, I think he is to
He
an
doesn't
extent.
kill people, but he puts them in mental institute, giving them traumatic brain damage. You know, come on now.
Yeah, he's out here like shattering his spine. She's like,
Yeah.
But I didn't kill him though. But I didn't kill him though. You made it worse.
No,
I
it's-
just live with this.
No, like he just gave this guy like paralysis from
Yeah.
like the
Just kill
neck
me
down.
instead. He refuses to kill the Joker.
Quoting his son, Damien.
Well, that's not his job, honestly. Like he puts Joker in jail. Like he does like the hard work for them. Like he gets them there.
except
That's
for
the
spending
state.
his money to make the
Facts.
He spent all his money on toys so he can beat up the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
How many billions of dollars did he spend on his like $1 billion car?
Oh yeah.
Instead, he could have put $1 billion and literally rid his city of.
I don't know if that's true.
He could have.
Because like
It'd
Gotham-
take way more
like,
than $1
Gotham
billion.
is rotten to like its core. Like
Yes.
there's so many
Do you know how
corrupt.
many social programs Batman could set up with $1 billion, but instead he spent that gets blown up by Superman?
That depends. Well, I mean,
It
That's
gets blown up by
horrible.
every villain.
well, I guess
actually.
that depends.
How
Like,
many billions of dollars a year does he spend on repairing his car?
I bet
I
that's
don't
an
know.
actual like thing somewhere.
but
like-
there's like a lot of like they don't go into detail about what Wayne Tech actually does, because like they do good things.
They probably
like
exploit the people of Gotham. That's probably what they do.
no, probably
well,
not.
Well, no, okay, so
That depends. Like, it depends on like.
That
what
wouldn't go
version
with
of
Batman's
Batman you're
character.
watching. Like Batman the animated series, like there was like a whole thing like they do research into like the human brain, and that was how they introduced like the Mad Hatter, because he was a dude that like discovered how like to kind of get rid of certain limits, but then he did it for mind control because he was crazy. And
no, like also from like point, if you just stay in, doesn't matter how big that city is. Like if you lived in a city about the size, like it in that we or doing this.
Wayne Tech.
maybe
What if Wayne Tech owns the hospital? And that's why
Oh,
Batman
actually,
That would
goes around
they
and beats
do
everyone
have, I
up.
think they have one hospital because Thomas Wayne was a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, guys.
Brilliant
In a
dollars.
year.
In a year,
brilliant.
dude. Like,
Estimate, 'cause I
are
found
we
an
are we
exact number.
including Justice League stuff because he has to be paying for the
I'd
property
say
damage.
$500 million a year.
I'm including Batman alone.
Right.
In Gotham.
Probably like
I don't know, because Batman doesn't always do a lot of property damage. Really. It's usually the people he's
Batman
fighting,
doesn't do
like,
property
acts,
damage
like,
per
set
se.
up bombs and stuff.
Need a number, so I have an exact.
I said
I can't.
500.
I'll
can't
say
think of a
five.
number.
I'll say $5 billion.
5 billion?
$5
Yeah,
billion. Yes, I'm low
I,
balling.
I have my
100 billion.
I'm gonna say like 100 million.
Expected more to be honest.
A year.
Million?
Wait, did you say M or?
On what? What do you?
Wait,
Well,
wait, wait.
that's-
wait,
From
wait.
his
spent.
suit to his Batmobile to
That just says how much he spent.
So that wait, so that's over a year. So that does imply that he just put like a really big down payment
And a
on this
revenue
car.
of 31 point.
Wayne Tech got hella guap.
Yeah, they
also-
don't. Yeah, they do not stay in.
I'll also bring
Hey.
up that the version really depends on which one you're talking about, because in the animated series, he literally is constantly trying to help the villain. Like he's constantly like, "Listen, you aren't well. Like I can help you. Just stop like wrecking stuff, and then they're like, no.
They're like,
Like
No.
Clayface, he was like, dude, I can help you. Like, I can help you fix this stuff. You just need to stop, trying to like kill this guy.
Now.
I'm gonna be
riddle me this, Batman.
The Riddler's just an egomaniac. Like he's just full of himself. But he just can't understand why Batman keeps outsmarting him because he's like, I'm smarter than you. How do you keep beating me? It's really funny. It depends on it.
Okay, so what's the consensus? Is Batman a hero or no?
I think he's a hero. At least the one that I've come to.
He's a hero, just not your typical hero. That's the
I
whole
didn't say
point.
that at all.
Almost any.
Well,
He's
literally,
borderlining on doesn't do anything like particularly evil.
villainous.
I mean,
I mean, he
Him
beats up people, but
Giving
like
these people traumatic brain damage.
okay, and those
and
people are
breaking their
probably
spine.
murdering people
He
or
was-
stealing.
They'd be. Bro, does stealing deserve getting your spine broken?
I mean, they see the bat signal. They know what he's about. There's tons of like newspapers, but
But
they
no.
have to know better.
It ain't gonna be them that night.
And they're not learning. Okay, he breaks people's arms. He sends them to jail. If they break out, it's their fault. If they're like, oh, I'm gonna start doing this again.
well, but he doesn't just break their arm on the first. Like he has
Sometimes,
almost crippled people.
sometimes they ask for it because sometimes he's like, "Hey, tell me where this thing is," and he has their arm, and then they're like, no," and he's like, "Okay," he breaks their arm. It's like
That's
I told you.
torture.
So Batman
Okay.
breaks laws.
Once again,
Oh,
it
yeah.
also
Well,
heavily.
All superheroes break laws to an extent because they're all vigilantes.
Okay, but Batman literally you just described Batman interrogating someone in the break.
Yeah, at least in the Arkham game, he does that. I don't know if in typical stuff he does.
How does that make him?
I mean, I'm not saying that makes him a hero, but I'm saying what he does overall makes him a
So are you saying it's for the greater good? Then?
I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I would say overall, he's a very fine line between dick and hero.
There's a fine line between hero and villain anyway. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's like the pinnacle of Paragon, because like that is what Dick Grayson is. Like Batman literally said that Dick Grayson makes a better Batman than him because of how kind he is, and like just the way he does things.
Just running around in. Doesn't really.
I mean, okay, but he still offers to help people.
Are you really gonna say if Batman pulled up on you, right? You didn't know who he was, and you were robbing something. You were robbing somebody. He was like, "I can help you," right? This dude was like 6'8", big body, and just pitch black. You know, are you really gonna be like, "Yeah, this guy can help me"?
Well, that
After you done heard about him too. You hear about him.
if I heard about Batman, I wouldn't be committing crimes. If I saw that bat signal in the air, I'd be like, I'm gonna go home for the night.
Okay, but consider this, Colin. What if Gotham is far gone?
then don't live in Gotham.
But what if they don't?
Yeah. Yeah. How would you get out?
How do you get out of the cycle?
I don't know.
In Gotham, you're either a victim of a crime or you're.
Seriously,
So-
like, it's a bad city.
So really, what Batman should. That would make him a hero.
You know what would
He
make
needs to
him
turn it upside down.
Really, Gotham should have been off the map.
you know that man. Hey, what was it? $31 billion, like a year income.
They tried that. You know, we watched the Batman movie. It didn't work.
Listen,
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, what about the next stop?
Wait, guys. If we get 10 viewers, we make our back.
Wait, is that
All right.
is that a legit thing?
you guys haven't been paying attention, have you?
No.
We've had 12 viewers at some one point.
If everyone who's watching wants to pull up the chat, y'all can respond. Oh, great. Then we can make her. Oh,
Wait, all the more reason.
You're just gonna have to take 2 shots.
no. No.
That's not milk in there.
Not soy milk, it's just.
It's just soy.
It is just soy sauce.
What's our
Don't be a
next
bean,
topic?
bro.
He's
I mean, I could
bean,
keep
bro.
going on this topic.
Oh.
Yeah, but this one's.
I get it. Okay. So, restaurant industry stories, not employee than customers.
I think
No, he's worked.
I worked in a.
Oh, you have? Oh, well.
They both work.
I was about to say, wait, no, Layden, you did DoorDash for a little.
I
No,
worked at a few.
No, I was like, I know you did DoorDash for a little.
Yeah, I got bone. It was bad too, like crap.
I was just dashing.
Oh wait, so what is it talking?
Just restaurant industry.
And you know if you were listening.
No, I was.
Yeah,
like, I
How
thought
long you was?
Restaurant industry stories from either being a customer or working.
Well, I mean, yeah, when I was door dashing one,
That's
the car was like into like the mid. I'm thinking. I didn't realize that when 55 road keeps on stopping. You know what I mean? Too late by then. It's like all happening this. We're honking my horn at the same time. They kept this right this side. I just and I kind of got out of my car. There. Okay. I was like, maybe I just imagined it.
Bro, this man just got whacked by the Batmobile.
Like, the worst part was like, standing there trying to get like, my dad's mad at me. And like people are like driving by and they're like slowing down and like at me driving by. Alright, bro, and literally like somebody ran into the back of somebody else because they weren't paying. They were looking at me. And so like this person is turning into the gas station by the road, and this person behind them is like this, and they hit me back.
That's
Bro, I was so
hilarious.
Wait, the cop's like right there next to me, talking to me. Watch it happen.
Wait, so did you ever get this guy's food? Did you ever get this guy?
We're door dashing, right? Did you ever get the
Oh
guy?
no, I called. So it was basically it was like a little Walgreens order, right? So she was like, basically it's a DoorDash. They have this thing for like, and they give you a code.
Yeah.
Put money for this. That makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So like she ordered like a couple other things, and so I called her and I was like, hey, I remember it. And even called her that. It wasn't a big deal. I got to keep this stuff though. But I was so mad, I really didn't even care.
I'm not gonna fake it.
Yeah.
That would have been the highlight of my day.
Yeah, no.
Oreos, boy.
Yeah, no. You just call like Kent.
The ice
Who
cream
hit you?
got
Who?
catapulted across the car.
Yeah, you
Where'd he go?
Like, Aaron, whatever. No.
Did you say?
Yeah, you just like called Sharon and then yeah, I don't know, like he used to live.
Oh, look,
We should. All right, fine. All right, so you just sit there. You're just like, hey, LaQuisha, this is your dasher. I just got.
Asher.
That's what you're called.
Yo, I'm your dasher.
No, that's what you're called. That's literally what you're called. Because you are the dash.
oh, come on, I can hear your neck getting thicker.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you just call LaQuisha and just your stuff still.
Cool, because a lot of them.
They're not. I don't know.
Especially if you had to deal with that.
You know what I didn't know about DoorDash though? You get paid off of like.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But like it pops them up for you. I didn't know you could do. Like,
Oh,
like,
is this like a
there's
$2
people
order?
yeah, no, not that one. That one was.
Okay.
But there will be like $2 like. I didn't know you could decline them, so I had done so many of those.
No, hold on.
I was talking to
People
my
like-
friend Todd. He was like, "Dude, you don't have to like do that."
It hurts your like statistics though, because DoorDash like tracks up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
But there's like a way that people make like a lot.
Yeah, there's like secondary app.
And Yeah.
Yeah, for those of y'all doing DoorDash out there, be careful.
For those of you.
Make sure you have your auto
You might be
insurance in your vehicle.
Oh no, bro. Oh, I so forgot the topic.
Restaurant.
I have my
stories.
restaurant story. We're gonna take the Roadhouse, right? And it's like normal night. People walk in, they get mad at you. So there's a person comes in, they're like, oh, yeah, gonna need. Almost gonna. And then they get mad, right? They eventually wait the 2 hours and they walk in with straight up. They walk like there's a line from the table in the restaurant all the way through the. There's. And then they started yelling at her. Yes.
So
They just expected us to have enough.
okay, so this group of 6 people. Yeah, we got it.
It wasn't that per se, but the person apparently did well enough.
So they just
So
forgot
they got
about
an eight
20
top?
people.
And then for some reason they just walked in with, and then they have the audacity yelling at our work, right? Like we get paid.
Oh, we got paid.
And
Not
then-
even. Like actually,
The
minimum.
host makes
minimum.
minimum
You
wage.
gotta know.
So like this people. Dude, this party just.
And then they walked out. They reversed conga line.
And then we have a viewer who's trying.
Live studio audience?
I think our
Is that
last.
okay with
Yes.
Oh.
How many say yes? How
Bruh.
many
Yes.
I was joking.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a yes.
go in LA?
Bad story, though. You got sweet.
Facts. Or it's bad. They have to take a shot.
Okay, but you have to introduce yourself and everything.
Obviously. The caveat. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Alright,
The,
since
the
all
first
of us,
half.
and last. With the cat. Mine was pretty much that I was working so much it exploded. A table.
No.
Like taking a table down, and there was just one shoe. Like both, it wasn't even both of them. It was just one specific. like the sole just came out, and like the toe and everything had ripped. Like, I don't know what to tell
No,
you. Bro.
wait,
Like,
no.
it was bad.
No, okay, guys. I actually remember that because like we were like hanging out later that day.
Yeah.
And then like it was like me, you, and a certain other person that hasn't been on the podcast yet. And you were just like walked out with a duct tape shoe, and I was like, "What the hell is that about?" And then,
Like I had, it was like the beginning of my shift too, so I was walking around from like just straight rubber, you know, with like tape, you know, that stuff
Dude,
together.
like those shoes are uncomfortable, like to begin with.
And then it was, you know how cold the ground was, and you know how restaurants are, and they're super wet, and my sock was wet for like the whole night. It was bad.
gosh.
I'm like, let's have our viewer come, and then we'll have the rest.
So let me shot. You're probably gonna hit.
Yeah, let me move.
Oh, such a gentle. What a man! What a man!
Shut up. Man of chivalry.
Okay. So I'm Alexis. So I work at nothing.
Got the ad.
So you know, you think, everything's expensive. Happen. So I'm working one. Race is important. It's a little.
Okay.
Wait. So this guy didn't know the black guy at all.
No, I assumed that he didn't know the black guy because the black guy looked hungry.
So like this
This
guy
guy
just.
looked homeless, like he had a huge backpack, you know, whatever. So I get to him. Hold on, my diaper on. We have to wear the mask. And so I go. It's just a beer. I don't understand. That guy leave. That's why I down for a little. Sit down. I'll set my. Drops it on. So my coworker back and he's like, and like that was it. So at this point, you're not. Awful. See, the yellow. Your face. Well, I don't know. Some people. Black woman.
Oh,
It's
no.
he gets all up on in his face. They're like not fighting. Who you talking to? Asked him, and he calls her. You know, no fighting or anything. They're just yelling at each other. So she walks out, and he boyfriend walks. I sit. What you think? And in the he's on the curb. Her and the boyfriend beating him. So you know all the white dads come up and they're like, all right, gotta. And the police guy is walking. What happened to the guy?
Probably because he got jumped, you know?
Like the guy.
It was the old.
You know, the bird.
Yeah, we don't know.
I meant just.
I don't know.
This man just.
selling some tobacco, boy.
Oh, shoot, how's anyone gonna follow that?
And you're not.
Yeah, you're at Hillbilly. Like you're like.
I'll hold that.
Like he said it, and like the way he said it, his name is Big Country. He drives an F2 jacked up, gets eight gallons a mile.
It's solid 8
One of
gallons.
them is basically what they're saying. One of them is racist.
It's 8 gallons a mile. Your name is Billy Bob King.
Thank you, Alexis.
Oh yeah, thank you to the live stream audience.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
So
Get your chair back.
you in fact will not have to take that for now.
also like to say, once your boy King reaches 550 followers, he's for a game. Saying that right now.
Please up.
And he's not great with him. Like, he got to one jump scare and SCP containment breach and he stopped. So I'm putting this out into the world right now.
He wouldn't walk into a dark corridor in Resident Evil.
It took 5 minutes for him to
He
actually
refused
go through the
to
door.
walk into a dark corridor.
I think we should make him play Alien Isolation.
Oh no, bro.
Either that or Soma.
So, what is
Soma
Soma?
is a psychological.
Somebody's nuts.
In Alien Isolation, you're being watched. Both of those would be very bad for him, and I think they would be amazing.
Oh, panties? No.
Look up for it. Not the store. Not the lingerie.
Yeah, I thought y'all talking about lingerie.
Bro, it's a
That's
survival
sick.
game. What? It's not even called a horror game. That's crazy.
What, Soma?
Soma?
Yeah, Soma is definitely.
And you can't put on the whatever what's the
Oh,
mode called that
easy.
so the enemies don't attack you? Is it called easy mode? There's a mode that's it's
Alright, you got any good.
I would much rather play Alien
I do. Oh, really? Alright, so I was a busboy. Not at Tech House.
Similar.
It is a West.
It's the name.
I do not feel like getting hugged by David. Alright, for shit talking his restaurant. Alright, but so I have about the ones. Alright, so we're understaffed, one place that we had two. That was the only that was
total?
Yeah.
Total?
Total, we had a lot.
Total, we had
Okay.
But at a time,
Yeah.
Okay, so on a tip.
3 to 4. 5.
Five on a Friday.
5 that would
4,
come in
3,
eventually. They'd come out.
Would be stabbed all.
Okay, so
What would you know? Blood kiss. Taking him out.
Hey, is there a problem with that, dog?
Oh, yeah, what's the issue?
Huh? You got a
Yes.
problem? Are you not inclusive?
2022.
Unsubscribe.
I'm very inclusive.
Man, this
I
man
am
Are you an
not-
LGBTQ?
I'm not
Bo?
included. Not included, but I am included.
What?
no.
I had to try.
So for the at the time of the story,
You're the one interrupting him.
Bruh.
man, dude, we had a whole conversation, a whole ass argument last time about this shit.
And when I'm the host, too.
The mic's gonna peak, dog.
Users.
As the host, I'd like to form college action.
I'd like to apologize for the residents for using because he decided to yell.
I apologize to everyone. But so you guys had busboys on. But we had at the time we had 4 busboys, and it we were slant. Saturday night we had 4 busboys, everyone was there. And dish I guess head dishwasher. That guy looked at the dish walking in. For them, he looked at that pile and he closed it for left at 6:45 or so. For some reason no one noticed for hours. So for a smooth hour, it was just these guys that ass at their job, right? Like I'm just like, dude, how do you suck at spraying down, throwing it? Like it does most of the job for you. You just had to throw it in there. So like I walked back there and then I realized that quote unquote wasn't there. I was like, and the other two, they just looked at me, staring at me. They're I don't know if I'm weird. For the smooth hour, like like I realized that like the thing that made me realize like that there suddenly was an hour's back room that has not gone down, has only gone up. And I looked. And I looked at them. No. Oh. Ew. Oh. And then like about 10 minutes after that, they walked. Like the two of them. So, like, we just didn't have. Yeah, wait.
And
So,
kind of feel for them.
yeah.
I mean, like, to be fair.
Like, I remember it was my first job, 7:20,
Yeah.
Japanese restaurant.
Dude,
And just watch. Had to be the hardest thing. Because the
Like-
chefs, right? You know, I guess what they do is, "Hey, bro, just you had to cook. You had to
Oh, we didn't have to do. They
like,
literally
floor
just
is carpet. I had carpet.
carpet floor in the
You
dish
know
room.
Oh,
Literally.
Kobe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
But it's like it's like a nice carpet floor, right? But like, possible to and go be like little baby. I remember one time, like this family, you know, we live in Louisiana. Got their blood all over their, like cracked through the restaurant. Little girls running around the whole. So they leave. You know, he's like a Korean guy. He's so we want me to tell the little girl, get the fuck out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, it's like I'm not hating on I'm not hating on dishwashers. Like I wasn't one, but like I give them respect. But the fact is, I had 3 of them in there, and they all looked at right. And so then I looked at busboy. Hey man, we have no dishwasher. They all walked out. So we had to find. So one of the busboys trained to be a dishwasher. So we threw him in there. Like we just looked at him and. All right, and we had to find someone else that was trying to be fine for like an hour. And so we eventually get skeleton proof. Like it was really bucks. And two of them are in the dish room. So we just got. It was a Saturday. He didn't leave. I didn't leave. And yeah, like we all did. Had a call. It's like, had a call in other dish. We had 4 different payroll.
Like they have like mic. They're like buses. When I was a bus. All like time I learned.
Heck?
Like they just do that. You know, the way you're
Disgusting.
looking at me, Joe, right now seems like you do that. Because, you know,
Joe,
there aren't many white
Tony's
people in
on
here.
Alright,
Yeah,
fine,
it's like-
fine, okay.
Of course you do.
There's no way.
It's not bad, bro. It's not bad.
That's nasty.
I have tried it. I
Ah.
do it frequently. I use Tony's.
It's not.
Yo,
Oh, like hot
yo,
sauce?
No.
yo, can we DoorDash some
Oh,
macaroni and
oh,
I
I
just get T-boned on the
Like
way
hot
here?
sauce? No, seasonings. Oh, obviously. Yeah. Put ketchup in your mac and cheese. Weekend.
God, it was some.
What?
Oh,
No, you
oh,
could be ruining that.
Oh.
Ketchup. Like Drew's when caramel. None of y'all tried it. Y'all are just going based off of eat.
I've tried it. Not my favorite thing.
Well,
Gross. Hey, fuck the person who eats.
I kind of compete with you there because I eat a lot of food.
I eat pretty frequently.
Grant does eat.
I eat 2 lunches. I'm still hungry.
I don't want to hear your opinion.
I eat bread.
What? Don't say I eat 4 lunches. That's slander.
4 lunches. Slander.
Also, people are cool. Look, like, they put stuff every, like, it's surprising. Like, I'm
yeah.
like looking at it and I'm like, what did this happen? I'm just, and sometimes they're like, tables are full. And I'm like, they didn't. Like, I'm surprised they didn't break like 5 glasses. Like, they move their hand to get a fork and then knock over like the dominoes that they have set up in glasses.
Destiny.
And like, it's like, and like, like being a busboy sounds so nice on paper. Because you're like, oh, when I go to restaurant,
No, it doesn't.
well, it says it sounds nice because it's like, oh, there's multiple of us, and like people usually take a while to eat, you know, so like people aren't gonna be getting up that often. Like that's kind of what it sounds like on paper. Because
Yeah,
like when
they
you're
all get
eating,
up at the
you're always
same
there for a
time.
while. Like when you eat, you don't notice people so focused on everyone else at the table. But then when you actually start doing it, you're like, I don't even know how this. Like I still don't even understand how people get up. Just like it's insane. Like they just keep being in like these. Like it just seems like one after another.
It's called a restaurant.
Like it just seems so like I just didn't like think like I didn't know that was like how that works. Like they would get up like so like it's like so quickly. Like I kind of always thought about it separately. But then they just left all like
No,
like 5 people would get up at once and like 5 different tables would get up and
no,
like, I didn't know this.
I have to clean all these off.
no,
Yeah.
that I found out too. Is like I was like, oh yeah, what are the odds that
Every night.
every night that I work, and guess who? And of course we only had had 2 busboys that night. I was one of them. The other one was care of like the 40 top outside. I had to take care of the other 40 top. I just left the time.
People that schedule and don't tell you that, and then they get mad. Wheelchair accessible are so stupid. We would like at our host stand at the very end whenever we're doing the table stuff, setting it up in Yelp. There's like a Yelp thing. Schedule everything. They'll be like, do you have any special needs accommodation table, right? That's the part where you tell them that you have someone carrying a wheelchair. Right? So you don't sit them at a table that's elevated 7 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Right? And then they'll be like, no, we'll be fine. And then they come in, right? They get seated at a table that is 7 feet off the ground. And then they're like, this is a wheelchair accessible. And we're sitting here like, you just waited an hour, right? And you're just now telling us something that they've been to this restaurant like 5 times before. Been there before.
Oh,
And they've seen the tables, and they're like, well, we don't need to talk about it. And we only had 2 sections. Yeah. So, like, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Oh, listening. A tip. Just don't go out to eat at a restaurant.
They will like the servers will talk trash about you.
oh yeah,
I didn't really realize it.
Bro, all our
because
servers
I had
are
never worked at a restaurant. Even with, but you know, and if you're gonna be an asshole, a little bit.
yeah, no, that is another after, like I didn't consider I always tip. After working, I looked at myself. I was like,
Tip 20 at least.
like I mean, I do like. I mean that's.
I used to work at it's like a last year. It was pretty expensive. Yeah, I mean, that's it. What to eat? It's like
Don't eat food.
Bro.
Like, people will have like a dollars.
we went to Fat Cap. It's a basically. And it's not. I cried. I looked at the bill and I'm like, I still have to tip.
It's just a restaurant.
In a specific
location.
I used to just sit and
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I feel
and then-
so stingy until I work.
And I tipped $20, guys. I was 18% of my bill.
Right on the like zero limit and like put exclamation point. I worked at a restaurant.
Used to be so stingy. Now I tip way too much.
That's because I didn't have any money.
Oh yeah,
Not even as kids, as teenagers, I used to.
yeah, cause it was like at Mystery what restaurant where I used to work at. Like everyone would come in. It had like happened a lot. Sandwich was $18.
Go to Subway.
I mean, like,
Audio listeners, we just had someone call someone out silently.
Facts.
Don't worry about it.
well, we don't have a. So it's listener.
Hey, listen, we gonna get there when we get there. We're gonna get there when we get there.
Can we go on to the next topic?
I got one more story.
Yes, sir.
So one more micro story. So to start, I'm an introvert.
What do you mean? This was.
So to start, I'm a very introvert. You know,
Yeah.
I don't talk to people, and I don't talk to my coworker. Well, I don't talk to the servers either, because like
Because their servers were weird. They
I-
were like all addicted to. Like there was this person who told me about how they did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like almost at least one a day.
Yeah. 300 beans a year. Then we had someone.
Bragging about it.
Yeah, like they were just talking about how they did it. I was like, hey, everyone here is an addict. Continue though.
I remember I had to I don't remember why. I think I had to help a server with something. Like I was a buster and they were like, oh, we need someone to help. So I was helping this one girl who was a server out. And then started talking to me, and which is already I was like, I gotta talk to this person. And then she was like, oh, well, why are you so quiet? And I was like, that is the worst thing to ask an introvert if they don't know you at all. Like, I don't know, social anxiety, I guess. Like, I don't think it's that bad, but it's like, I don't know, I just don't really talk that much. And then it's like, and then she was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, well, you could just talk more and stuff. It's like, yeah, we won't bite. And it's like, oh, but it's not that easy. So, that was very, oh, man, experience.
Yeah.
Polarizing.
You don't say that to just.
She was much older than
Okay.
Okay.
all right, I'm not.
You say
I
that
didn't
we
like
with drama at work every day. Like I almost had a coworker walk out of the store because
I was trying to get the bag. I was trying to get my 140.
And she
Like
was trying to get some payments.
I was trying to get my $140 check for 40 hours of work. All right. Like, bro, $100 for 40 hours? Bro, I thought I was making. I thought I had done it. Like, I was like, yeah, 300. I can't wait to spend it all in a month. Not even a month.
How do you guys spend?
Food.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to
gas.
gas.
Food and gas.
I don't spend money. That's why I have too much money in my bank
I
account.
can't even spend money on food anymore.
Pretty
I
stuff.
spent that much on gas.
Not even gonna lie. I cannot save money yet.
I save my money too much.
Like late November. I might have to.
I was getting $7.25 my first job. Like, it was all gone. Food, like massive. What's my lifestyle? I was okay with it.
I don't think Brady gave a story.
True.
We're still going.
Y'all
There's someone
forgot
we know
about
that would spend his whole
Who is
paycheck
y'all?
all on
Everyone.
clothes.
Yeah. It's us.
Oh yeah,
No,
Brady.
I remembered it because I said it. I brought it up.
Yeah, no, I
You can lick the hair off my balls. Brady.
I mean,
Brady.
Brady,
does Bergeron count?
Burger on.
Burger on.
Also,
I mean,
Brian,
I
we
can
have
think
to,
of.
like,
I can
we
think
have
of
to
one.
like cut out these names that we all keep just dropping.
You want me to do that?
Okay.
It's
Texas
beginning. Do we
Texas
use
Roadhouse
this
is massive,
Do we just-
really.
But like the name drops of like places.
If it's like a big,
Yeah, like Texas Roadhouse is fine.
big row house is everywhere.
Yeah, like the reason. why
Bergeron's
I
is
picked-
everywhere in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. No.
You
To
pretty
be
much all go
no,
back.
to be fair, it's not this several times.
Yes. First
Hey,
podcast.
Yes.
Someone said is that a city?
Dude, it's just so hard. One job, bro. So they gonna come out.
Hey, all y'all up here, you're in trouble. I'm fine.
Two flying four.
We said the
We both
specific
fine.
area where Kyle lived.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we don't
Like,
live here anymore.
Didn't we dox y'all?
Yeah,
Like,
we doxed y'all last
Pretty
time.
much.
Never gave to
did.
school. Never gave to school.
You said
Brady, did you have anything
Also,
for
I'm,
Virgin
I'm like 90% sure I haven't explicitly
I mean-
said that late. I think we've only kind of talked.
Oh, you
but
just
we
did
haven't
it.
ever.
Not have anything?
I do.
Oh,
I've got
okay.
many, but I think only one I'm going to like tell is okay. I was working in the back, obviously. This didn't start. I didn't start with like actually seeing this. Some dude just walked in, ordered a bunch of stuff, went to the bathroom. I don't know what this man did, but he literally broke the septic system of Bergeron's, and it came all back up. It came all back up. It was flooding the entirety of Bergeron's with shit. Shit. Straight shit water. Oh. And I had to be the one to make sure it didn't spread. They came in the back like, hey, what do you guys like take this squeegee and just kind of like
Bro, that's so much
like
contaminated.
move the water to make sure it doesn't go everywhere? And we're like, what?
So you're just sitting there with like so you're just sitting there with like a squeegee just in the restroom, just like shit bad.
No, it was outside of the restroom at this point. It flooded outside the restroom into the main area. We had to make sure it didn't spread.
Dude,
We had to make sure it didn't spread the entire freaking
Did the guy get out before
restaurant.
I'm never hanging out with you in person again because you have so many diseases.
You probably walking around with
Bro.
all day.
And didn't even touch my skin. Don't worry about it. I had to use the mop to soak that shit up. It was terrible.
Bro, you had to dry mop shit.
Yes.
It's so
We threw the
bad.
mop away.
Oh,
Obviously.
Did you, wait. Did you keep the squeegee?
No, we also threw away the squeegee. We just didn't. It wasn't worth it. We threw everything we used away afterwards.
Bro, what happened?
But we had
Like,
to
your
bleach the
shoes-
entirety of that place.
Your shoes are gone.
It was
bro.
bad.
It's out. And then that day just.
I also got rid of my shoes.
Yeah, bro,
That wasn't worth it.
Wait, did you got rid of your like shirt, jeans, bro?
That's gonna smell for the next
That whole
like
fit was not gonna be anywhere to be.
Oh, I mean-
kind of standing there like,
I did just kind of get rid of most of that because, I mean, it was real. I wore
Yeah, he must have gotten out.
Like that.
I wore really old clothes
that
and
he just-
stuff
No,
anyway.
he just left.
My
evacuate,
version.
then evacuate.
That man.
Actually, you know what he was probably doing? He probably found a way to like get up at one of the windows and was looking down like the Riddler at the funeral, just watching him.
Bro, y'all think you?
Did he come?
He just gave himself more fuel to shit out.
Bruh.
And he was saying,
Oh, sorry, my bad. We were talking about the chicken pudding. We worked at this tiny chicken
Worked at
Yeah, I think this guy had one. He was like special. Good because he's looking at the menu. Walks in the bathroom. Like we didn't see him for like an hour. Like he comes out of the bathroom. And he's all like My boss tells me to go. Yeah, he took a bunch of paper towels and stuffed them in the sink. Let the water running. The water's like overflowing. Like I open the door and water's coming out. And I'm like, what? I called my boss and the dude he had already left. He didn't he didn't pay or anything. He just ordered food. Went to the bathroom, stuffed it in there. My boss was pissed. He was like looking at the camera like, you ever come back? It was so stupid.
Never go back to a restaurant.
Ain't nobody gonna let hear that.
I was like, after following up Brady's story,
We gotta move on.
Yeah, that's a topic for next week, I guess.
So, the next topic is first thing you got.
Yeah, we gotta pass that up.
No, we can't skip
Bruh.
it, guys.
Bruh.
Michael,
Sorry, man.
we're gonna go to camp and
I don't think we should.
The vote to pass.
I plead the fifth.
I had to
I don't
think
think I've gotten with it.
about that.
Can
Ooh, bro, I got something.
I? Okay.
Okay. Hey, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But you'll laugh about it, won't you? You'll laugh about it, right? No, I'm gonna tell her anyway.
Bro,
It was a while ago. Okay, so when I was younger, we had.
Ooh, yeah, Dish Network. Yeah.
I can understand where I'm going. Channels. Yeah, those channels.
oh, those
Yeah.
channels.
The channels.
Those
that we're never allowed to
channels.
go on.
I know. Yeah.
7 or 8.
We'll see.
I was in like the thousand channels.
Oh, dude, what you
There's
leave like?
nothing up there. There's nothing to watch.
No, like what you leave like?
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's always nothing you're supposed to. And me being me, right? And,
Oh, you paid for it?
It started, right? And on the channel, it said something pay per view. And I had no clue what that was. We just watched, right? So, like, I watched it for days. And
What?
like, I was like, I come home from school.
What? Bro.
I was tweaking as a kid, bro.
So your mom just looked
Like,
and just like.
I had no idea what it was. It killed me though. And like looking back, I was like, tripping for that.
So wait, you're just like
I
watching
remember,
porn, but you had no idea.
And then, I went,
So like it's that just took really. I just took.
They're probably like,
yeah. Yeah, we probably wasn't
Someone
direct
walking
pretty
through a
soon after.
window.
What's video? It was I was too young to have hit. Really just.
That's nice. I appreciate it.
Bro. Bro.
Literally what it was.
So you're
This interests me for some reason.
that's a,
He awakened.
I like fat quitting.
Yeah, that's the one I could think of right.
Thing I've had, like, well, this isn't the worst thing I've. It's just I remember sometimes like I would be watching a show, like it would be on like, on the channel, type thing, those things, and like I remember I would like pass out, thing, and then I'd wake up,
Oh,
and then you're still kind of using the TV as background, but at like 1 a.m, like you'll just be like, I'll just hear something, and I'm like, what is this?
Swim shows are
Well, it's like, wait, what is this? And it's like an infomercial for like adult toys, and I'm like, oh, that's
Oh,
what
like
this has
Cartoon
been
Network.
playing.
like Cartoon Network too. That was the weirdest. It's just like, yeah, like when you get into like 1 or 2 o'clock territory, it's just like, dude, this was like after Robot Chicken. Like this was the time.
After that.
Oh yeah, there's deep.
I remember there's, dude, like, I know, like a Cartoon Network weekend.
I guess if to say the worst thing I've done on that train. Like the way the thing that led up to this, like the more I think about it, the more I'm like I remember we just referred to it as like the rocks because like one of our friends was like, okay, and we just told him it was the rocks. You know, like that's all we said it was. And then she drove us like all the way out to like I don't even remember where it was, but it was like parked on the side of the road. There was no like traffic of cars, and then we just walked out and we just hung out. We walked in the forest, and our mom was just defining.
It was literally like it. Big.
Like, wait, when was?
We're not
a while. Probably like middle school.
I was like, wait, like.
It's not.
So
and
like
you'd go through it,
and then you just
there was a train. Yeah, there's a parked train.
And got on top of the train.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, guys.
I think this is
like,
right before
I climbed up it. I remember standing on that.
Okay.
Whoa! And then I remember feeling I felt like myself go like jerk a little bit to like the side, and I was like, did this just move or am I just like paranoid? And then I was like, oh no, this thing's moving. And then I remember getting a text from my mom going, oh, avoid the train, guys. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't tell her a thing, like, about that.
Okay, Mom.
And I want to say more, but, like, okay, I'm not going to name our friend, but our friend took one of the, like, parts was, like, transporting, like, railroad spikes. He just took a couple of them.
Because why wouldn't you?
No, oh no. Everyone did that as a kid.
I was like,
yeah, I could give this to, like, a blacksmith.
Have a very odd.
Oh, I know who.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew who we were talking about. Yeah.
He's cool. I just remember it's like now that I've like grown up and I've seen people, it's like yeah, he could give it to him. He could do stuff with that.
Yeah, no, because
He could.
yeah, so I not like it was really weird. He had like a setup because blacksmithing. So you just had to do with what.
A campfire setup.
Basically, this man like basically.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The campfire setup. It's the cheapest option.
Yeah, like basically he had like his like quote unquote like the
Forge.
A forge, yeah. His forge was like an like
Hey man, that works.
Grill?
Yeah. like basically like not exactly like a Weber grill, but like a step up. Like
you guys want to currently talking to
we'll have it in a minute.
we can
I haven't done a whole lot of like bad things. I wasn't a goody two. So
Oh yeah.
this is a more
No.
recent. I went drifting.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, Kai was there, and I was with Tiger. We went drifting. I was not good at it. He had front wheel drive. Can't drift in front.
So like also this like the drifting and drive is also significantly wheel drive.
You're also an automatic.
We're also in automatics. I think I find into like
Probably.
threw it into manual mode and I just like kept downshifting until downshift anymore.
Yeah, that, and then I left and then like a weight on all of them. I'm like, dude, I just saw a cop coming down the road towards yelling, and they're in the middle of like starts running out to their car and hear him like running and yelling at them. And then he just turns off his phone. I'm like, okay.
But yeah, that's not my story.
On a truck.
Okay, so I was kind of like I'm in like kind of like the same shoe, like I like once I turned like 16, that's when I became like an absolute. That's when I became right. So like I was hanging out with the same people that involve. Yeah.
All these guys?
Go with them like. Not at all.
We might have our crow.
Okay, but so we went. There's like we went to like basically state park. Like right. And we went to the woods and we were just going on some trails. There was one to where it was looked at it and we were part of the odds. This is too
Probably high.
Very high.
Because you've been to old house, but like down the road,
so
it was probably very high.
yeah, no, so it, like of course like we're like the oldest one there is 17 and so we all looked at each other and we're just like what are the odds that dad's going so like I make it a like y'all ever play like, Oregon Trail to where just would you like to would you like to ford this river?
That's what you did.
That's what I did in a truck and like I forded this river and then they're like, hey bruh, like I just get a phone call. I'm just like, I did it guys, and then they're like, you're gonna have to go and come back. Like there's no way, like you can't, like you can turn around, but you're gonna have to cross this again. I was like, oh no. So like I eventually came back, but like right after like forded the river, I was like, I was like, oh no.
Dude, I couldn't even.
So like we eventually like we basically like another truck. Like, but like we like off the hood, I get up now, and then we just let it marinate for like I don't know.
Marinate.
Like we just kept the hood open and we hoped that 80-degree weather would make this thing dry out.
Did it work?
It did. Yeah, like the reason why I'm saying I got away. So we just let it dry for about 3 hours. I was like, guys, so we were like we were sitting there like freaking out. We eventually got it to turn check engine light. We're like, oh no. Because I was just like, what if he dies on the way to work?
It just
Yeah. and then so like, but like we get it to my house and then like I was like, if my dad calls me and asks why is the check engine light, I don't know what to expect. but so like never called about why the check after we dropped the check engine light. What?
I can't like with my. I can't imagine what he would do. He didn't treat us bad.
It's like there's no way
we were
to
just
do
so
it
scared.
bad. There's no way that
Like we were so afraid of him that like
Don't tell us, bro.
like
Like I know yours is bad too, but bro, we calling you see.
but there's
Bro,
two of
calm
y'all.
down.
It's
No,
just me.
No, calm down. He's different now, but when we were younger, he was bad, bro. I'm sorry. It's wild.
Was I?
Bro, you were wild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
smacked your face to a door.
Yeah,
It
he was
playing
like,
tag.
I remember like Colin was always doing. Oh, we were like at baseball practice. We were running laps. We literally like pull my shirt while he's behind me. I literally fell and I broke my wrist.
I think I've either sprained or broke.
No, I'm serious. He's different.
Like he has sprained and broke both of his arms, and I think 2 of them were me.
I would have disowned you if I were your brother. I'd be like, I'm done.
Well, okay.
He threw out of it or something. He
One-
was wild.
The time I think break your arm because of the. Okay, the bike one, that was both of us because we were being stupid because we about the game chicken. It's like, oh, whoever the first one is to turn their bike away from each other is the loser. And we were about to go swimming, so we had swim trunks on, and me and my brother, we did not care. We rammed into each other with the bikes, and he just fell off, landed on his arm. Like we did not care.
You know, I just
My
want to
ego
say
was
that.
so big. I was like, man, I'm not getting fucked. My little brother, bro. I'm not quitting.
You know, like I was fine. He just landed wrong.
And then I got hurt. I was like,
Bro,
wow.
I just want to say that that's a perfect segue.
Okay, don't do the no.
I literally have nothing.
What do you?
I've never broken a bone in my body or sprained it. Actually, wait.
Okay, but you had cancer, Brady.
No.
Dude,
Oh,
dude, I was so like, I felt bad because I was like, why aren't we getting injured?
Oh, wait.
Remember that pool clear?
Oh, that's not getting injured, but that is a fun.
Well, like that's the word. Like,
got away with it. I got.
We haven't gone through everyone getting away with
Oh shoot.
We got
Got nothing to get away with.
Your house, and your I was all like, "That's good." Even you said it. I ended up like it squirts water out of it.
yeah, it's just fine. I had to tell some kids to be like, yeah. Like I remember we had a friend who did that too, so we were like, oh, it's fine.
I was way too comfortable. Like I was just.
Yeah, the tails like came off.
And so like Michael was like dude, mad already, and so he's fixing it. Like I like moved away, like just sees.
I felt awful.
Michael gets freaking bad.
Like they were inside, but we could hear it from
And
outside.
me and Connor are just sitting there like, why we're just. Michael,
Y'all have me so.
Michael's mom comes out, and then she's just like, yeah, just don't like mess with it next time. That's what we got. Hey, just don't do it.
I never understood that either. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
I was like, we did it.
with
Like I
our-
felt awful.
especially with y'all two and our families, we were so close. I'm surprised they didn't get on y'all. You know, that's what made me mad, right? 'Cause we were all so cool. They were like, "Nah, we gonna get him, bro."
My heart was in my throat. Like Michael came outside with like just straight his face. I was like, hey Michael, he was like, dude, shut up. I was like,
I was ready to whoop you.
yeah, that's one thing I've ever gotten away with.
And the one thing I've gotten away with has to be with our MacGyver friend.
Wait. I feel like we should have him tell me if I can get him.
Hey, Jared, do you want to see yours while you...
Bro, what do you mean? Like, what's
Like
the
I
worst
could
thing-
say I could say the garage opening story again. Like that was pretty
Bro.
bad.
Brady, what about you?
Even if I did, I wouldn't remember. Because guess what? I had cancer in the middle of my life.
Oh, okay.
Cancer joke, come on.
Like, we can't. Like,
No, but this time it's true. I literally don't remember half the crap that I did.
because of cancer.
Because I literally had a brain surgery. It impaired my memory.
Okay, what about the... Never mind. Fine, I was about to get it
Wait.
canceled.
Wait, no, wait, Mike.
So,
Did we like?
That was. I think he figured out event like.
Yeah.
Just say the.
If you say that,
We have a friend as a guest.
Close man.
Yeah,
Close man.
close man.
The man with the clothes.
yeah.
Who spends all his money
Did
on
Brady
clothes?
have one?
No.
Okay. I think we're all. Everyone answered the stuff about like.
Bro.
Play with.
Oh, it's...
in
Yeah.
Like,
Dumbest reason for an
for
injury.
Dumbest reason, I was on a bounty, like castle, and I'm getting off. I'm like straight up like normally getting off of it. I fall. I jam my thumb.
Oh no. I dumbest. The shoulder. I realized that I literally had stick catching it. So
Bruh.
and I got like, so once it like, so I just got, it was a baseball practice. I got done with the baseball practice, and the specific thing that I was doing involved like catching. All I was doing catching the catcher myself, but for some reason I was just catching like the whole. So I get home, and mom goes like, "Hey, got some bulgogi? Try some."
What is that?
Bulgogi, it's
Korean
Korean. It.
What's it called again?
Full good.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. It's $3 every.
Oh, that wall was
You could just like put a thing in the
I think
Discord.
it's kind of funny to talk
Michael,
about.
have you tried
No,
that
I'm
waffle
down.
dog?
I'm done.
You like it?
Listeners, we truly,
What'd you
we
get?
complete.
Talk about
Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
Oh yeah. So like, mom comes up to me like, "Hey, bulgogi table, try it. If you try a little bit, we're gonna eat." So like, I'm sitting there cutting like a knife. And then so I set it down on the cutting board, but now I didn't get enough of it onto the board for it to fall off. So while I'm eating, I just see it going towards the floor, and because literally for like 4 hours of my day I was catching stuff, I was like, I got this. So I like dip my hand down, realized way too late that I'm trying to catch the knife blade first, and the blade is like, when I realize this, the blade is in my, like, I'm feeling pain when I realize, oh, I shouldn't do this. So knife hits the ground. I'm sitting there like clenching my. Stepdad's outside. Mom's right next to me. She goes like, "Hey, are you okay?" While I'm like flinging blood everywhere. It's like I'm sitting there like I'm just like, ah. But so like I'm sitting there like clenching my fist, and like stepdad's working on like bench outside, and then and then like my mom's like waving him in, and then like the dog's looking up my blood on the ground. like dogs in the kitchen. That was like the big rule: don't let the dog in the kitchen. Like he's going to beg, but he sits there, sees a trail of blood, and he's like, "Fine, boys." Starts licking the blood up. Stepdad realizes what's happening. He just like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the." So we get to quick care. I'm still bleeding. I have like half the roll of paper towel. And so like I'm sitting there holding my hand up, like basically I don't know. I'm holding my fist up, eating. And so we get to like I'm sitting there like looking at my step like, brother, I need a bit. Right? And then so we get to the ER, well not get to quick care, and then hey, what's wrong? I'm still in my baseball uniform. I'm still in my uniform. And like I see like, wait, what happened to him? They just see blood. And they're like, oh. So they bring me into the back, and then they stick me up, and then like they're like, hey, can you move your fingers? And I was like, if I can move, it hurts, but we know that there's going to like, okay, we're asking where your cut was. It was like right, would not be able. So like,
A ring in the middle.
oh, the ring and middle finger, like there's tendons that control your fingers, and it was like 2 millimeters to the left or right, or if the blade was like instead of like parallel, well, yeah, like parallel with fingers sideways, like I would have had to get surgery. That's
Like, you're lucky.
yeah, no, like that. So like that's like,
Lucian,
yeah.
don't catch.
Yeah, no, honestly. Yeah, pro tip, all you guys.
Instead, catch these camera.
He said catch these hands.
Yeah, no, pro tip for anyone, don't catch knives. That's
Yeah.
Preferably both at the same time.
however you swing.
Yeah. Besides the running into a door corner, the other stupidest. It's because it's not super stupid. It's just like when you think about it in hindsight, it's like what? Because like I was staying at like my friend.
That's stupid.
Mom
That's stupid.
house or something like that. I don't remember why, but I just was there for. Like, I remember I was like I lost my shoe. Yeah, I had lost my shoes, and I was like, man, where are they? So I was looking around, and I was like, maybe they're in the backyard that I haven't been in. So, like, I went in the backyard. I remember walking out and like I immediately was barefoot, so like I stepped like my memory says it's poo, but I think now that I think about it, there was so much that I think it was just mud. Like I remember my foot just like sliding down on it a bit, and I was like, ah, man, well, whatever. And I kept walking. I was like, man, what is this? I was like, where are my shoes at? And then like there was like a bunch of wood like near like in like to the right side of like the backyard, and I was like, for some reason I was still looking, and I was like, maybe they're in here. And I remember stepping and like I remember there was a weird. I was like, and I threw it back. Like there's like a weird like intermediate memory of that happening. Like that was my reaction was to throw it back, but that wasn't even the injury. I remember I took another step forward, and there was a nail sticking out through one of the pieces of wood, and my heel, like I think it was my right heel, just straight down, like slid all the way on that nail. Like I stepped on it, and then I just remember like I think I was just freaking out. I was either freaking out or I think I was just. I don't even remember taking my foot off of it. I don't know what happened, but I remember doing that and running back into the house crying. And I remember sitting there. Well, what was that Disney show with like that? Like there's like this black family. Like remember that? Like doing the chef's out.
Probably, yeah.
Wait, what?
Was it?
The last part?
They had like a chef's outfit on most of the time. Yeah, like that. I remember that was on the TV. Like I was
Ori in the house.
No, like it was like animated. Yeah, like I remember sitting there like crying, like as like the friend was like calling my mom saying what was happening, and I remember like telling them what I was doing, and like I thought about it and I was like, why did I try to that far outside? Like I'm trying to think about it, and it's like what was I doing? I don't think I even got stitches, and like there was some weird stuff that happened.
You didn't just all the way through your heel.
No,
Like it wasn't super, like it was a deep wound, like it was like a circle around it. Like I remember. There was weird stuff. Like I don't even know if I made this up in my head, but I remember at one point I had to like put my foot up. Like this lady had to around the wound. Like and I was at the doctor. Like I don't know why. Like she literally took a pen and traced around it.
Like, yeah, there it is, right?
You get a
Internal
tetanus
stuff.
shot?
You've definitely gotten the tetanus shot.
It
There's
was-
no doubt about it.
It was like
Yeah,
whew.
Rusty old.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
like-
about to say no. So like, it's
Yeah, I think it was two.
They probably just like
I don't.
They probably just
I don't
like,
even remember
Get one of those
walking
wooden
weird.
dowels and
Did I walk
fill them back in.
Do you know if I did I have to like you?
probably like an antiseptic.
Well, no, like in terms of like walking. Like I think I just walked out.
Like a boot.
No, I don't think you didn't have.
Yeah, so like I just actually probably like I had like didn't put my heel down.
Sometimes
So
it
you're
hurts
just
to walk on my heels. I can't imagine getting a whole nail through.
so you're just saying.
I think he was just so different.
Like it sounded like you said you
You
literally
put all of his
ran
pressure on
after
his heel
The,
after
the
that.
man just
Like it was such
poked
a
all of his
weird like
cheek.
it's like a fever like after I anything like around
Yeah,
that.
that's the tetanus.
Like I went to the emergency room like right after that.
In fact, this is still what the people. So you,
I'm still. okay, somebody threw something over, and I threw it back. It was
like for some reason that's from like my memory. Like I remember someone throwing something over.
I did think about to say that you grabbed a piece of wood and you were trying to throw it behind you.
No.
and it just
Was that the
fell
last
beforehand.
time you threw it back, Cole?
Yes.
Did you
You know what? I hate you. I despise you, Joseph.
It did probably have like memory loss or something.
Like, yeah, I don't remember like why I did that. Like, I just remember something getting thrown over. I saw the outline, so I was like, "Ha!" and I threw it back. I don't know why. I was like, and that was just my reaction.
Did they look at did they realize that you threw it back? So
I think it was thrown back again.
Did they throw it back
They
square?
returned the throwback.
Well, I think they were like, "Hey, don't do that," and I was like, "Oh, okay," and then I took another step.
And then just hear like Thomas Gary's fingers.
I think it was me from the future. I was like, he shouldn't see me do this. I'll scare him off.
What do I do?
And then you just
You're like, wait, no. It's like, wait, I remember now.
You did.
I remember it was me. I remember me. I threw it back.
It was me, Dio.
Just watching your younger self throw it back.
I forgot I was stupid.
I forgot I was a moron.
He just vanished. He just disappeared.
I've been banned for game
No. Like we're pulling you out. It's like, wait, no, not yet. No. I can save him. No.
No, it should have been you, Snake. I raised your front hill and you're the main
Oh, man. It was such a weird. I have so many. I can tell from my brother's perspective. Like the trampoline. I mean, it wasn't his fault, but like I remember Layton was bitter after that. Like I remember he talked about what happened, like about the person that like kind of did it to him. He was angry.
We'll save. I guess we'll just. Because I have a lot. Colin apparently a lot.
And those are the only two. I guess we should move on.
I don't have a great one, so we can move.
Wait.
Mine would have been the most recent.
Did you want to go?
Yeah, we can bring this back another.
Yeah, we can.
So it says, what is the IRL equivalent to 1 HP?
Colin stepping on an ant.
I actually, my idea of this is, have you ever gotten like the air knocked out of you?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like. What 1 HP? Like you're not super injured, but you really feel like you have like 1 HP. Like you're sitting there trying to breathe.
Like when Michael David got hit in the nuts with a tennis ball.
I was gonna say getting concussed.
No. Okay, so
No, that's getting no.
no. So when I wrote that, like what I meant by like what? Say you're at 100 feet, and then what action makes you go from 100 to
Getting hit in the nuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, 1
Yeah.
HP. Well, okay. Well, going from like taking, if you take 1 HP, I feel like stuff like that is
Getting
whenever.
flipped.
I feel like whenever you hit something and you go ow, even though it didn't hurt, I think that's what.
Oh, like losing?
You're losing
Yeah.
one mental point.
Oh.
I feel like
That would be a
Yeah.
lot.
that's a solid
Like, I
No,
straight up, like, want to die.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe you don't take a lot of damage, but you take a lot of stress damage. Like
Yeah.
like that stuff skyrockets when
it's
you
that
step in.
emotional.
That's like
damage.
poison.
Yeah.
Like,
Mental
it
damage.
goes over time.
Oh no, mine is.
I didn't say
texting
that.
the group chat like, hey, and then
Yeah, just everyone's like,
Oh, so you guys, right?
Oh.
Oh,
you
oh,
know,
oh,
Snapchat, you can see all their heads.
Did you send something?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, we
yeah,
don't.
I didn't see you send any.
Sent stuff today, and ain't none of y'all respond.
Why do I need to if we show up?
Well, me,
I texted you.
Oh.
I privately
sent
messaged you.
response.
No,
Listen, I
to be
sent one.
to be fair, I wasn't awake when you said that.
I'll be good this whole podcast. Play with me, I'm my boss. You know.
No, you can only do that when you're the.
That's the host job. I would have to do that right now.
Colin, in fact, tried to
Okay.
make me.
So moving on. Longest time without sleep and why?
I'd say a solid 24 hours because I was sick. And
Days out of my
oh, like
4 days?
2.5 days.
Wait, why? Did you just? No,
No, I was just very, very.
No, 4
sick.
days impossible.
You like hallucinating?
Oh, I was tweaking. I was tweaking. Like, I'm not
yeah,
lying.
no. So, where did so? But you are so boned. It's a
Yeah, yeah. You're losing it.
like
There was
like,
literally there was a study, and this guy literally went insane and died from lack of sleep. He
Yeah.
died after 11 days.
like
You know what the crazy part is? They don't know why we sleep. Like they don't. No one knows for sure
Yes,
why we
we
sleep.
do.
Temporary death.
It's to reset like our brain and to reset our body. Like, what do you? Why do you do that? Sleep?
when you
Because we're using it,
Well, aren't you technically?
not as actively as we are right now.
What are you doing?
but when
Yeah,
when
could you have a hibernation mode where you're like?
Just
kinda
look, I
awake?
just
So-
looked up.
So
I
I
basically,
just looked it up.
Like,
you want
But
to
you're
you
still
mean?
progressing.
you want that
Well,
you
but
want
like kind of awake as in like you could
Yeah.
wake up immediately and not be.
Like moving,
Then again, I'm groggy all the time.
But
so.
like, why would you want?
still be on.
It's, I'm not the one who made.
Well, you should not talking like someone who had.
So, like, if we think about it, what can you do mentally that will like make you want? Like, how do you do that mentally?
You punch yourself.
Oh, not like that.
It's a-
I mean, like, can you like mentally
Have you ever
exhaust
had a
yourself?
conversation with?
no so legit I think what it that like basically thinking to your-
Man, I'm tired.
I'm not sleeping. I'll sleep.
Called melatonin.
Yeah. No, entirely fair.
It's just hit you with that
apologize to
sleep
my
effect
city
from
life.
Pokemon. Just
I'll joke.
Good and both.
the longest. I think the longest have been what, like 48 hours. That's like it. I think. 'Cause, like I think I was just up for so long. I was like, you know what? What if I just stay up long? I can't do it now. Like I could not do it.
Again.
I remember there was one night where like I've seen TikToks of people go, oh yeah, like that one day at like 2 get my life together. I had something like that, but it was like
You in fact
well,
want
like
to-
I was like trying to like exercise because we had dumbbells, but I was also watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was making a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why. It was so incredibly strange.
At the same time.
I did all at the same time.
Cards together.
Like I had like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards laid out on my bed. I was like doing some like squats. I had the anime 5D's Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing.
Blue
All at
Eyes White
once.
Dragon gets swole. You've activated my spell
I
card.
have no
Go to
idea.
the gym.
Hey, guys that don't cheat. Doing it right.
Like I don't know why I did it, but I just did.
Go,
You've
go, wait,
activated my
Joe, you
trap
said
card.
Yeah,
Cut
it's
some
2 days,
grass.
2.5 days.
2.5?
It was just
So you-
there was something at college. Like I went a day, and then I was like, I can't sleep again the next night. And then I was like, I finally just passed out over the second and a half. I'm like, I cannot. Like there was something with band I think,
Okay.
that I just physically could not.
I don't have one, man. Like I
Next
stayed up
night,
really late
following
one night. I felt like a bad boy.
So
Apparently the mic cuts us off a lot.
No, I mean, yeah,
You
I
could just
have not gone a long period of time.
Probably
Take
because
off.
we're yelling.
That was also
For real.
If I spend the night, I gotta go to.
The first person. What did we call him?
Oh,
Yeah, MacGyver.
Yeah,
MacGyver was
passed
out.
out so fast.
Like he passed out, and then we're like, "That's a good idea." And we
You
all went to
stayed up.
sleep.
Yeah.
And then we all got up at 8 in the morning and like.
no,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, so I just
I don't think.
It was
there.
prom.
Oh yeah. I didn't spend.
oh yeah, no, I remember like I got like a text at like you guys, and you guys were like so like
They were going crazy. They were like fighting each other with
like I remember,
What?
like, dude, no, like I remember, I think I texted Joe at like it was still late, but it was like compared to like what they were doing, it was like reasonable.
Not unreasonably late.
It was like 30 maybe. I was like, hey, like, nah, we're about to go sleep actually. Like we're probably gonna, like, by the time we get here, we'll like some.
I really thought we would.
I get a text at like 4:30 in the morning. Like 4:30, I'm just like,
No, we were out by 4.
oh,
we
like
were.
okay, like 3:30 or something like that. Like 3:30. I just get a text and they're like.
That's my bad, man.
They were like, it was. And these guys, these almost grown adults are running around in like those spare room, and they're like, whoa, whoa.
Because we got those extendo arms
And
swords.
then Joe's in the other room, and he's just Beat Saber. He's playing.
Because everyone was taking turns on Beat Saber.
Brent is actively acting out the scene of katana fight as Beat Saber.
All right.
We can
Alright,
always
so
say
there's
top
two.
of
Yeah, we
the-
actually.
Here?
It depends.
I'm top one.
Where?
Anywhere in the world.
There was
That place
this
is good.
office bar, which is like basically. I ate at and it was. I remember. So that's like best one.
Whenever she. Every once in a while, I'll just be like, I'll be driving and.
Oh, so you're driving,
Yeah,
you're like,
man.
I wish someone would throw up in my mouth right now.
I could really go for some.
Man, I like to ruin my night.
Yeah. I'd like to make sure I
You
don't
know what
sleep
can make this
tonight.
night worse?
Honestly, like I just. Well, it's not Arby's. It's.
How can I make my stomach not happy right now?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember one time, it was like super early in the morning. I went and got Taco Bell and I came eating it and I was like, man, like that was the first time I ate something and I was like, man, this was not worth it. Like I was like, man,
It
I
never
think I'd
is.
rather starve. Like I'd rather be just hungry for a bit longer than
Bro,
eat
me,
this.
whenever I wait 40 minutes in the. Like, I'll drive down there. I'll be at Whataburger at 6:30 and they won't give me my food. I'm like, come on. I have school I gotta go. I'm just like,
I'm still in school, guys.
Give me my honey butter chicken biscuit and I can leave. And they're like, oh. And it's like one time.
You pay,
I don't
yeah,
believe it took them a half hour. To
You
get my
put
food.
you $4 biscuit thing of like chicken.
Honey.
And then it takes them. They dare have the audacity. Giving me my.
Me and the lads going epic of looking for the Whataburger workers' audacity to take 30 minutes for a thing of fries.
What's yours, Michael? Kitty that.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, bro.
Hole in the wall.
It's so bootleg and sketch, bro. You not there. Wings. They got the.
Like I was about to say, it's like you cannot claim to be darker than the night if you
Yeah.
look the same. If you look different in black and white and color photos. There's an image. There are two images of a man who literally does not change in a black and white and a color photo.
Hold it up.
But I have a Polaroid with me.
Oh wait, hold on, wait, no. So we actually
I'm
so
literally so.
Bro,
So-
the picture of you with only your teeth going in the door.
It's literally the joke. Like, I'm literally over here like.
hold on, wait. I actually have a picture, and So it's Michael, myself, Colin. It's so it's from Dylan's, the Close Boys' perspective.
You can't even see Michael David.
You can't see any of
Okay,
us.
this is a very visual bit.
Yeah, this is a very visual.
yeah.
If you could send it to
Yeah.
Oh,
Put it
we
in
hit our
yes,
2 hour
in the
mark.
Discord.
Yeah, we have it. 2
Yeah, we
hours.
hit
We hit the 2 hour mark.
That's my job.
Go ahead, close it out, Colin.
Okay. I'm Colin Redouble, and I actually have no idea. So you know, I
Thank
think
you
we
for
all.
listening. We'll be here
Episode
every
2.
Monday, every week.
Yeah,
With the same unfunny content, with
Yeah.
the same unfunny people, but with more unfunny people
Oh.
content whenever you want.
Go look
If
it
we
up.
keep going, we'll find one fun. And I
Hopefully.
think that's what.
Go look us up.
HodgePodge
HodgePodge
Podcast,
Podcast on YouTube. We have
HodgePodge
Like and
Pod-
subscribe.
Like and
Give,
subscribe.
give me money.
Hand it over.
My PayPal is.
You can find
Here's a link to our non-existent Patreon.
you can find the live version on Twitch
Twitch.tv/ your boy King.
at twitch.tv/King. You can find the lives. You can join the live studio.
Streaming.
You can
Live
join
not
the
studio audience.
you can join the live studio audience. You can, if you're watching the rerun, you can find. Have a
Let's
we moved up in
go.
the world.
Double digits.
Double
Don't forget,
digits.
we're streaming every Monday at
7
7 p.m. CDT.
Also, if I've been also given a report that the audio is not great, so I apologize for that as well. It'll be better, probably. Probably shouldn't have said this at the very end when people already would have left because the audio was bad.
Oh,
But, you
man.
know, we'll figure it out.
Thank you. Great night.
Who's the host? Say that just to you.
Ooh, our host for the next episode will be Lucky, also known as.
Okay.
Bro, I don't want to be the host.
Oh well.
Hey,
No, I'm
you
just
got-
kidding. I'll do it. I'll do
Wait,
it.
you gotta come up with all the hot topics.
Oh, rude.
No, you just have to.
You just gotta like light in like you.
Hey.
You just gotta be on time.
I didn't do that.